Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings to you from wherever you're watching from and whatever the time is there. My name is Annabelle Benson. I'm the General Manager of Corinthia Villa Hotel and I am your Hospitality Edge coach. Hospitality Edge is basically a platform where we share ideas, skills, tips, just generally knowledge and everything you need to know about the hospitality industry. However, even if your industry doesn't fall under the hospitality industry, but you deal with guests, you deal with customers, you're a customer yourself, you're a CEO, just a service provider generally. I can assure you that you benefit a lot from the tips that we share here. Today, we're dealing with skills that every hospitality staff should have. Skills that every hospitality staff should have. They're essential skills that, as a hospitality staff, as a customer service staff, as a service provider, as a staff in a service providing organization, there are skills that you should have. For the hospitality staff, it does not matter your department. Now, this skill is not departmental. It's general skills that you should have, whether you're in front office, whether you're in housekeeping, whether you're in sales, whether you're in admin, whether you're in accounts, whether you're in F&B, kitchen, maintenance, whatever department you find yourself, you must have these skills. And if you do not have them, you need to have them. Mhm. And if you have a little bit of them, you need to brush it up basically. The number one skill is excellent communication skills. Excellent communication skills. As a hospitality staff, you must be an excellent communicator. Speaking clearly, listening attentively, whatever form of communication, be it verbal, be it non-verbal, be it emails, be it written, whatever form of communication, you must do it. You must develop that skill and it has to be excellent. So, number one point is excellent communication skills. The second point is customer service orientation. You must have customer service. In fact, as a hospitality staff, what we're all about is customer service. Yes, what we're all about is customer service. You must be warm, you must be welcoming, you must be willing to go an extra mile, you must just have this great customer relationship with your customers. It's non-negotiable. So the second point is customer service orientation. The third point is teamwork and collaboration. As a hospitality staff, you must be able to work with people. You cannot be a loner. You cannot be an idol of yourself. You cannot be an island. You must be willing to work harmoniously with other people. You must be willing to work harmoniously. Part of working harmoniously is respecting everyone, showing empathy for everyone, sharing information rights, right? Like there's something I would always tell my staff when a problem or arises or an issue happens, when you dig deeper into this issue, you can always tell that it's a problem of miscommunication or no communication at all. Like you didn't inform someone you were supposed to inform someone, maybe in another department or something you were supposed to do. Just imagine housekeeping doesn't want to work closely with front office, or front office doesn't want to work closely with sales. Just imagine if there's a friction in those relationships. So you must be willing to work in collaboration. So the third point is teamwork and collaboration. The fourth point is emotional intelligence. Every most of these skills I'm listing, I would still, discuss them individually in separate videos, even though I've discussed one or two of them, like emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is basically knowing what to do, when to do it, how to do it at the right time. That's just basically what it is. Emotional intelligence will teach you how to stay calm under no matter the pressure. Because if you watch my previous videos, I had said that hospitality staff are people that would usually go through the highest level of pressure. Yes, no matter the department you are, there's usually that time where you have to go through serious pressure. Imagine you're a front office staff and you're expecting your hotel is a 300-room hotel, and then you have a check-in of maybe you have an arrival that day of 200. Imagine the 200 people coming at the same time. How would you do that? Or as a housekeeping staff, you have to prepare the 200 rooms. Maybe you have 200 checkouts and then you have 200 arrivals and you have to prepare the 200 rooms for the 200 people coming. So it's all encompassing. So we must learn to stay calm under every form of pressure and handle every complaint with empathy and professionalism. So the fourth point, like I said, is emotional intelligence. The fifth point is pay attention to details. You must have this skill where you pay attention to details. Not everybody knows how to pay attention to details. Like some people just overlook certain things. As a hospitality staff, you must be able to spot issues. You must be able to spot errors. You must be able to not just spot it but correct it. I might be the boss, right? But I wouldn't see a sheet of paper on the floor and then I'm looking for who I'll call to come and pick it up. I'll pick it up and trash it. So you must be able to spot and correct errors so that they don't affect a guest. Because the more I'm leaving that thing there and waiting for somebody to come and pick it up, a guest can pass and see how the place is dirty, right? Sometimes what I even do is if I pass and see somewhere that is not clean and it's not something that I can easily clean at that time, I'm going to stand at that spot and till the person to clean it meets me at that spot. I'm not going to leave that spot. So that even if a guest passes or someone sees it, they know that somebody is doing something about this thing. It wasn't just ignored. So you must learn and have the skill to pay attention to details to ensure that everything is clean, done accurately, and everywhere is clean and everything is okay. Basically, the next skill is problem solving skills. You must have problem solving skills, ability to think quickly, on the spot, make quick decisions, find solutions fast. That's problem solving skills. Every human being should have these skills anyway. But then we're talking about hospitality staff. You must have great problem solving skills. What to do, what not to do. Sometimes it's easier to quickly escalate to your supervisor, but be sure that you have tried your best so that you're not known to always escalate issues that you could easily handle, basically. So ability to solve problems as a skill every hospitality staff should have. The next point is great time management skills. Yeah, you must be able to do things on time. Remember my previous video, I had mentioned that somewhere they had mentioned that if you do something well and you don't do it on time, you've also not done it well, right? So it's efficiency and effectiveness that makes it a go. But it's not that you do something well and then you don't do it on time. That's a no-no, right? So time management skills. You must know how to prioritize your work. I always advise my staff, I always advise my colleagues, I always advise people around me to work with a diary. It doesn't have to be a physical diary. It could be a diary on your phone. It could even be a physical diary. Come in the morning. In fact, from the day before, that's when any normal human being should plan their day. Plan your activities. And then as things come up, you update your diary and ensure that you arrange them in order of priority so that you don't miss out on important stuff. For time management skills, that's number 7. Number 8, ability to ability to detect different cultures is also a skill you should have. I wrote here, I said cultural awareness, ability to detect different cultures. You must be able to know, study, learn the differences that we have in the different cultures that we have in the world or in the country where you are. You must know it, and then you must respect it, and then you must adapt to it. I said in one of my videos that there might be a country that when you put your hands together is a sign of peace, or a culture rather, that if you put your hands together is a sign of peace. There might also be another culture that when you put your hands together is a sign of trouble. So you must be able to know these little things as a hospitality staff, because you meet different people every day, different cultures every day, different countries every day. The next point is professionalism. As a hospitality staff, you must be extra professional. What is professionalism? Your words, your dressing, your carriage, everything you do as a hospitality staff must be done professionally. There's no room for shabbiness. No, there's no room for shabbiness. Professionalism is a skill that you must have. Then the final point is personal grooming. You must have this ability to be neat at all times. Like, be neat at all times. There's no time you should be caught unfresh. Let me use that word. As a hospitality staff, you should be neat at all times. You should not play with your personal grooming, your hair, your nails, your makeup. Your makeup shouldn't even be shouty. Honestly speaking, with all due respect to anyone that's likes that shouty makeup, but your makeup should not be distracting to the guests. Let them not leave the hotel that they came to look at and looking at your makeup. I'm just using that as an example, but you should be tidy at all times. I used to about 10 years ago, I used to work in this organization where my boss always believed that you should look better than the guests, or rather, look better than the clients you're going to see. And he's not saying you should dress in an intimidating way, but you should always appear in a way that people, because the way you dress is the way you're going to be addressed first and foremost. The way you look is the way you're going to be looked at, basically. Yes. If you come looking shabby, somebody's going to look at you that way and look down on you and talk down on you. So don't play with personal grooming. Your shoes, most hospitality staff wear uniform anyways. Wear your uniform. Don't hide under the umbrella that the organization has not provided you with the uniform yet, and then you look like a madman that just came out of Alaba market or something. No, take your personal grooming very serious. Remember that you're not just representing the hotel's brand with pride, you're also representing your own personal brand. I'm still going to talk about personal branding for hospitality staff in subsequent videos, but you're also representing your own personal brand. So please, look top notch at all times. Today, we discussed basically skills that every hospitality staff should have. And I've run through the 10 tips in this single video, and I'm hopeful that you're able to learn something from these tips that we shared. Till we see next time, thank you so much for listening. Bye.